you recently produced a short film called Bye Bye Sally,
I did.
written and directed by Paul Layden, and it stars, as you mentioned earlier, about Paolo Saganti.
Yes.
So how did you become involved in that?
Paul Layden called me and said, "Would you produce this short?" Because he needed to direct something. He had written a film that John Cusack had starred in, and he wanted to direct, and he needed some experience in that department. Not from he had the experience, but other people needed to see his talent as a director.
Mm-hmm.
And I really wanted to start producing. So that's kind of how it came to be. I was really on the sidelines just cheerleading. I had absolutely nothing to do with anything creative with the project because I knew that it was in good hands, and it really wasn't my role. I just wanted to learn more about it.
Yeah.
So I was producer writing a check to help produce it, but that was fine. I think you have to, education costs. That's my mom always says that, if you want to learn, it's going to cost something. So I
Right,
learned a
exactly.
lot. And Paul went on to direct Cleaners and films and come back to me with Maura West. He just did that film, and so obviously it worked. I
Yeah.
think the film is great. Paolo's fantastic in it.
Yeah. It's very creepy, but it is a good film. I
Yeah,
watched it, yeah, so it's,
good.
yeah, everyone needs to check it out. So, do you have plans to work with either of them at any time in the future?
Anytime Paul asks me to, I would come. I think we were
Yeah.
trying to work. We're trying to find a project together that we can work on together. He's much busier than I am. He's
Hmm.
working constantly, and he's out of the country. He was in Puerto Rico doing Cleaners second season for 3 months. We missed each other in California when I was out there doing Wait, but his producer, Ann Clements, who produced Cleaners and produced Bye Bye Sally, produced Wait as well. So
Hmm.
we're getting closer to working together again. But Maura
Yeah.
West's daughter is in Wait, and
Right, yeah.
Laura and Scott came to the set, and I like to work with people. Like I like to see my people and give
Right.
them work when I have opportunity to employ them if I can. And again, these are small projects at this point, but I hope to get to a position where I have power to
Hmm.
employ as many people as possible. Why not? I would love that.
So, is there anyone from As the World Turns that you haven't worked with yet that you would really like to in the future? I know that Trent
So,
Dawson is in Wait,
yeah,
but
Brent Dawson's away, but I would love to get together with Elizabeth Hubbard and do something. We've been speaking about it and trying to find something to do together.
right.
Makes sense that the fans might want to see.
Hmm.
She doesn't. The web series thing doesn't. She plays. She doesn't do the tweets. She doesn't do the Twitter.
Right.
She doesn't do the Facebook. She doesn't do any of that world. So it's
Right.
very foreign to her, and that's fine. She doesn't need to know. It's too much information. She doesn't. I'm just going to ask her to show up somewhere, or send her a script and say, "Show up here and let's work together." But
Right.
we'll find something. I miss her work. I miss working with her and her creative brain on a
Hmm.
daily basis.
Well, the fans miss her too, and I'm sure that everyone would love to see the two of you working on something together. And I have a feeling if she was on social media, she would be bombarded. So
I agree. I told her
probably,
that. Like just to hear her philosophy about, I don't know, unicorns. I mean, who cares what she talks
right.
about? Like she's got a theory on everything, and I don't do politics. I don't talk about, but she's the only person that I have a tremendous amount of respect when it comes to the world because she's been around the world. She's seen everything, and she's not just an actor sitting behind their $1 million mansion with their opinions. She's actually been in the Sudan. She's traveled the world. So for me, she's probably the best person to even discuss any world topic at length, and I really appreciate that. My father was like that too. My father wasn't a world traveler, but he was full of knowledge, and my mother as well, extremely smart. So being around those kind of people makes you a smarter person and educated. But with
Right.
Elizabeth, she's just one of a kind. She is absolutely
Yeah.
wonderful.
Yeah, everyone loves her. I
Yeah, I'll
mean,
tell her that you said hello.
yeah, tell her, please tell her I said hello.
I'm going up to her house next week, so maybe I can do like a video, something with her and
Yeah.
a little
Yeah,
interview.
post it for the fans or
I will.
something. Yeah, that would be good.
I will.